Freshly caught fish is a favorite anywhere in the world. Either as traditional fish and chips, or perhaps sumptuously grilled. But where does it all start? How does all that fresh fish get to our fish shops and restaurants? It starts with the hard-working fishermen, whose traditional lives are a daily challenge, and often they don't reap the rewards they deserve. Usually, they have to do everything themselves. Gutting, cleaning, and selling, barely covering their own living expenses. But some fishermen's future looks brighter when they join a venture where everyone benefits. And it's when they get together for joint training sessions that they improve their skill, learn from each other, and form sound business strategies for the future.
These workshops are a great initiative to stimulate participation from everyone and to get our minds thinking collectively rather than individual operators trying to do their own thing.
The pooled resources of the quota holders resulted in a group of companies being formed. Mossel Bay Fishing, the quayside service provider and marketing and distribution company, Boloko Trading, the fishing vessel company, and Pescaluna, the brand.
Being a pioneer of Mossel Bay, I don't want to ever exclude Alvin Driver, because him and I were the pioneers together.
Before we used to operate as individual companies on much smaller scale, and we amalgamated, being independent, yet pooling our efforts together to form a sort of a conglomerate.
We have put together fishermen that are partners now and directors. They make decisions. We talk about the day-to-day action. They are completely empowered.
Boloko 1 is a highly seaworthy vessel, and at its helm is Ginger Falera, the experienced fishing master who steers Boloko to the right fishing grounds.
The moment you get 15, 16, 14 ton and you come in to have a nice fresh fish in the market.
Hake long line fishing is Boloko's speciality, delivering high quality export fish. It is labor intensive and requires skilled and experienced fishermen. On Boloko, the day starts at 2 a.m. when the team throw out the hundreds of baited hooks, or shoot the line as they call it. Then, at around 8 a.m., they haul in the catch. Getting the fish aboard as fast as possible is the first step. Now, the clock starts ticking. The fish are gutted, washed, and their temperature lowered in a process called thermo-shocking. Keeping the fish cold, undamaged, and fresh is of supreme importance.
Basically, when it's a good catches, their spirit is quite high. They're very happy.
You know, all the people say no long line. Must not throw fish, must put ice in fish, must not smoke.
To be successful quota holders needs factories, fishing vessels, and distribution channels, which is what Mossel Bay Fishing, Boloko, and Pescaluna offer. The biggest stumbling block for individual quota holders trying to manage alone is the huge amount of capital required for a boat of this size, with its special refrigeration and fish holding capacity. Boloko 1 has predetermined docking dates to ensure its arrival on time for the limited air cargo space available to the fishing industry. As soon as Boloko 1 docks, the team springs into action. On an average 3 to 4 day longline fishing trip, Boloko might bring back 20 tons of hake, kingklip, and various bycatch species.
We put layers of ice in the bottom and on top of the fish. The plastic we put on top of the fish so the ice not actually hurt the fish.
%85% will go to the export market and about 15% will stay on home soil in South Africa.
The fish go to overseas, must now go overseas, must catch a not small fish, must catch a big fish, quality fish. Because if you got a quality fish, you got more money.
It's much better working a team as individual because you can rely and relate to one another.
Abdullah is responsible for driving the export fish quickly to the packing factory and for delivery and sales to the local market. Again, speed is of the essence. When the fish arrive at the factory, the ice is carefully removed so the packing process can begin. The HACCP-approved facility helps to ensure a premium quality product.
As the product comes into the factory, we inspect the fish for different species. There are two hake species off the west coast, Paradoxus and the Capensis. Today we have mainly Capensis species, commonly known as the white hake. We see this by the marking behind the fin, the eyes, the texture, and the color of the fish inside. At this stage we also check for parasites, and this is what this lady's doing over here, and she would take out the parasites with tweezers, so it is quite a concern to us, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of parasites. They also inspect the belly of the fish to be cleaned correctly. There isn't too much blood, and the bellies are nice and clean, so the vessel's done a good job. We just check the weight of the fish, and then we are grading them into the different grades, starting off at a 1 to 2 kilo grade, a 2 to 3, then a 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 plus. Over here we have the rejected fish. This would be rejected because of texture, if it's soft, or if the fish has been damaged by the rope and fishing gear. Most of the boxes are pre-prepared. Comes with an ice bag, comes with the plastic, and then the absorption pad. This absorption pad is important to absorb the water that's given off by the fish, because the fish is in a box for 3 to 4 days, and instead of the fish sitting in its slurry, it gets absorbed. What's important is the presentation of the fish in the box. We want to have it covered like that with the back up. As you can see, the fish is actually very slimy. This is how they want it in Spain. We want to pack up to 4 to 5 tons an hour. Sometimes the vessel comes in with 20 tons, and this has to be achieved before 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The entire process is done at between 5 and 15 degrees. This particular room for holding is at 0.
These boxes are destined for abroad and are off to the airport now for their final inspection.
What do we have here is a bycatch, so they cut their heads off and it's sold in the local market, fresh delis and fresh fish restaurants. We're going to weigh the fish quickly, and then we're going to deliver to the restaurants this morning.
At Cape Town Airport, the South African Bureau of Standards is very strict, with any products leaving our shores, and inspectors do a thorough check on quality.
One of the best ways of finding out whether the fish is off is the smell. Any smell in the gills would determine that the fish is too old to send, or has suffered some sort of temperature control problem. How's the inspection gone so far?
Look at the color of the gills. Okay, you can see it's pink to red, yeah. The odor, it's a fresh seaweed odor, neutral. If you look on the inside, don't see any parasites. Looks good.
Deadlines have been met. Pescaluna has exported another successful shipment to Europe. Meanwhile, the local market has also been catered for.
What normally happens is, say for instance, the boat comes in today, Cat will tell me to phone our clients, see what they want, what their requirements are, like hake, king club, whatever fish we got, we sell to them.
So it's very good. We haven't had a problem with quality from them. Fish, especially the king club's fantastic.
You can always see the excitement when I reach them and tell them, listen here, I got your fish, open the door. Oh, you brought my fish.
Top Cape Town restaurants rely on Pescaluna to deliver superb quality fish to their discerning customers. And a perfect meal of fresh and tasty fish combined with good wine, make it all worthwhile.
Sea fisheries would like to see more smaller guys blend together and build one viable, profitable operation.
We're all part and parcel of the boat-owning company as well as Mossel Bay Fishing. I found them to be very transparent. Everything is above board. So I would think if people are really interested in coming on board, it's a good way forward.
One don't have to duplicate all the costs and all the expenses of starting one's business.
Before I was struggle, now I feel right now.
But we need to bring members together so that we can work towards a common goal, common vision, and have shared responsibilities in terms of taking this particular giant forward.
Alle winste wat ons ontvang deur middel van onze deelname aan Balokko, dit hanteer ons self. Ons neem self besluite. Ons behou ons eie identiteit in hierdie bedryf.
We have a track record of success that now quota holders can look at and say they would like to be part of that. For any quota holder that really hasn't made an investment in a vessel and in a factory operation, I think that our group of companies will definitely appeal to them. The existing shareholders are our best ambassadors and they can tell you what their rewards have been.
In September 2001, we invested in the fishing vessel Balokko 1. The profits our group gained from Balokko 1 were reinvested in a R3 million ice plant in Mossel Bay Harbour. It churns out 27 tons of ice per day. Our businesses support 60 new employees in Mossel Bay Harbour and a further 40 newly employed fishermen on our trawler and longline fishing vessels. We currently employ 143 employees, which is an example of our success in harvesting our oceans for the benefit of all South Africans.